Hey guys, this is Carrie. Welcome to A Crone's Life. I just got back from my New Zealand trip. Well, I got back yesterday, but today I made it home. So I've got some boxes and I just wanted to open those up real quick, and I didn't want to do any editing, so here I am. Um, some of these might not be tarot, just warning, might not be. So, okay. How have you guys been? You might actually see my kitty cat. He's pacing back and forth, still wanting to make sure I'm not going anywhere. Yes, I was just talking about you, Monty. Slunk. I know, I'm trying to do things with a janky system right now, but that's okay. We're just gonna get it done. It'll be okay. Oh, New Zealand was beautiful. Of course, it rained the first 3 days we were there. And that's okay. I mean, it was really nice to see the difference between warm weather and cool weather. It was breezy the whole time. That's really nice. I can stand just about anything if it's breezy. Moving air is a good thing. Oh, come on up, son. I know. We've been gone. I know. Come on up. There he is. Alright, let's see what this is. This is a box, okay. Alright, we have to do some more clipping. Monty! My scissors kind of suck, honey. You wanna go fetch me some more scissors? Okay. So, on the plane, I got sick. Really surprising. Not. Don't know why I keep getting sick, but I was sick from the plane. Oh, I know what this is. This was one of my Kickstarters, the Golden Dream Tarot. So, Carolyn, I want to say Carolyn Zhang. I'll know in just a second. She did my Classic of Mountains and Seas tarot deck. And I followed another one of her Kickstarters, this one. And she's got a lot of shinies. And Monty is drooling. Look at that. You can see my phone in there. That's his drool. Drooly baby. I know. That's how you show your love, huh? Okay, finally got it. I should probably sit up. So you can see the reflection of my phone in the deck. That's how shiny that is. so funny. Okay. This tarot deck is a unique blend of tradition. Hold on. You're wiping my phone. And modernity. Okay. Surrealism and fantasy. It was inspired by a vivid dream of the creator in which golden sunlight, like divine nectar, transformed into a shimmering river of gold. Enigmatic and ethereal beings danced gracefully within this light, creating an otherworldly realm that transcended reality. The artist channeled this surreal inspiration into the deck's design and using exaggerated forms and twisted lines to craft tension-filled images that resonate deeply with the soul. Each card in this deck boldly incorporates elements of abstract, modern, and Dali-esque surrealism, telling stories of the endless... Oh, you're wiggling me. The endless cycle of life and the vastness of the universe. Gold and yellow play crucial roles, intertwining with rich colors to create a vibrant yet mysterious dreamscape. This deck is not only a visual feast, but also a profound journey. I can't see when your face is in my face. Hold on. Okay. A profound journey into the depths of the soul. Well, she didn't put her name on it, but I'm pretty sure it's Carolyn Zhang. Okay. Let me see if I can get into this plasticky thing. Definitely need my scissors again. Scritches. I hope I'm not making you guys sick. This is why I don't do lives, because I'm just not very good at this being organized thing. Okay. Now I feel like things are coming together. Okay. Will you focus? Yes. The packs are just gold. Look how shiny. Hi, there I am. Well, this is really cool. I haven't, well, I'm going to say that I don't have anything like this in my collection yet. We're going to go with that. I don't think I have anything like this. Doesn't want to focus. Maybe it's too close. I wanted to see the cracks in his face. Yeah, not gonna happen. That's okay. I see a pretty good detail of it there. Super cool. Is that one card or two? Strengthen the Hermit. Yep, that's one card. Feels thick. And this is not AI collaborative. This is just Carolyn's work. She's a professional artist and she does the traditional art thing. So you're not looking at anything fiddled with. As far as I remember. I will amend that in the description box if I'm wrong, but I do believe Carolyn does all of her own artwork. Maybe I'll do a side-by-side so you can see the other tarot deck with this one. I mean, not this time, because I'm barely home. Yeah, that was just a little fuzz. I want to use this now. I like it so much. So let's see. We went to Hobbiton. I think I uploaded a very short video or something of that. Our tour guide was really cool. He gave us a lot of fun trivia, pointed out fake trees when they were fake, pointed out the reasons why they chose the landscape that they did, and yeah, just generally we had a great time. When we ate lunch there, my son is vegan, so he ordered off the menu, off menu eating. We had buffet stuff, and it was filled with dairy and protein and all kinds of fun stuff for us, but yeah, he was a teeny bit limited. He enjoyed the heck out of it, though. He said that it's been probably ages since he's had cantaloupe, and they gave him heapings of cantaloupe for desserts. That was really nice. Then we did the Weta Unleashed experience in Auckland, and that was a lot of fun. Again, the tour guide was excellent. I could not tell you her name because she just asked us to call her the Almighty Overlord, which, of course we did. And I may have enough footage to show you some of that later, because I'm pooped. What else did we do? We went up the Sky Tower, and we had some ice cream from one of their local dairies. It was pretty good. I'm not much for dairy, though. I'm not vegan, but I don't really care for milk. It's kind of gross to me. And after the Sky Tower, I don't think we did much of anything else. We ate out. Keenan wanted to give us a taste of all the different kinds of curry that they have, so we did Japanese curry, Indian curry, Thai curry. Then we went down to Dunedin, and I've met Helen and Murray before, so I just got to see them again and spend time with them, but this was Steve's first time meeting them. We had a fantastic time. It was Murray's birthday, like the second day after we'd been there. And Helen cooked for us. Of course, on Murray's birthday, we went out to eat. That was really nice. And I got to meet Lucy's sister. I'm trying to remember her name. Jeannie or Jenny. Lucy says her E's very hard, so even if it's Jenny, it would come out sounding like Jeannie to me. Pardon me. Like I said, I got sick on the plane, so I've got this cough back again. I really wish that this wasn't such a lingering pain in the patootie. But if I'm going to have something lingering, it's better to have a tiny cough than something, horrific. What else? We went to Queenstown. There's a big, beautiful lake there. Central Otago is gorgeous. I would love to live there. All of that's very up in the air, but we do look at houses in New Zealand, and it would be a lot of fun, really, to have a house over there, spend 6 months, have a house over here, spend 6 months. That would be super nice. What else? Then we went to Tekapo. Tekapo was where we did the stargazing, and they had a hot springs bath afterwards, after we did the the stargazing. It was pretty darn cold, so we were super happy to have that nice hot springs experience. Keenan surprised us with that. We didn't know what we were getting, but he did tell us we needed swimsuits, so that was nice. What else? I'm loving this deck so much. We went back from Tekapo, we went back to Christchurch, and Keenan and Lucy live so close to their grocery store that we probably walked to the grocery store every day just for the fun of it. They took us around the neighborhood across the way, which is not their neighborhood per se. They just live on like one street or a cul-de-sac, maybe. Yeah, I think it's a cul-de-sac. And then like across this big road is another neighborhood. So we walked around and looked at some houses that were for sale. Because like I said, we do like to entertain that thought. I painted one of their garden gnomes. I will put up pictures of that because it was hilarious, and I didn't finish because we were leaving for the airport, like, right up. I was painting on this thing right up to the minute that we were leaving for the airport to leave. So silly and crazy. I made a sweater, but the sleeves aren't long enough for Lucy, so I'm going to have to add to it from here in the States because I just didn't take enough yarn with me. And they didn't have any of the yarn over there that would match the sweater that I was making. So, oh, awesome. Very, very cool deck. What else? Dropped it. Let's see, my tarot readings were a lot of fun. I wish that I had been able to take my indie decks. I just didn't feel right about carrying my precious indie decks, especially when when one has invested so much in a deck, not just like money, but your energy, your affection. I would hate to see something have happened to my decks. And I'm really actually glad that I didn't take any of my precious decks because the decks that I did take, the mass market ones, a couple of them got a little dinged up because the way that I stored them, carrying them around, and also just where we were and what was going on. I mean, things happen, and there's a couple of cards that got not bent really bad, but a couple of cards got a edge bent. I wouldn't have wanted that to happen to anything. Super nice. But now these mass market decks have scars of love. I'll find better ways to carry my decks and travel with my indie decks more frequently. This was just such a big trip. And we were trying to pack light. So anybody that knows, like, this trip, we did carry-ons for the way over there, and that worked out pretty well. My carry-on was heavy. Not terribly big, but it was heavy. Well, see, that little thing. This is the kind of ding that I got on my other cards. It's just like, not much, but just a little something. But I think that's just going to flatten out, to be honest with you. focus? Yeah, see, it's just a little thing. I think it'll flatten out. Okay. So that is that package. Let me get these back in the box. So my readings were a lot of fun, but to be honest with you, I just don't feel like I didn't write as in depth. See how I just ripped into that. I didn't do these in-depth readings like I wanted to, or like I usually do. I usually have lots to say about my spreads and stuff. This is an altar cloth from my Deleted Worlds Kickstarter. This had to come separate from the deck. He did all of this, like, dyeing of the fabric. He did this all by hand. Not the image, of course, but just to make them extra special. After he got these in the mail, after he had them made, he threw them in like a tea stain. And so each one of them is touched by the artist, and it's its own thing. So I will iron this to show you a better view of it, because it's curled from the uniqueness of it. Yep. And I'll present it better to you. But this is how it came. So the Deleted Worlds. I'm trying to remember the name of the person that did it. No, it's not coming to me. Sorry about that. So that's the second box that I got. And then this is the third one, and I have no clue what this is. I better be careful with it. Let me set you on my tarot box for a second. Jeez, it looks like pictures or something, like photographs that you have print. Oh, okay. This is definitely not photographs. Sorry, I'm not showing you what's going on. Okay. There. Bonk. This is how I'm breaking into this. Okay. That is a bag. Oh, I know exactly what this is. Okay. This is the Dragon Age tarot deck. And it is dinged right there. Let's see if the backs match. Yes. This one's dinged, like I said. It wasn't cheap. This was not an inexpensive purchase, but that looks like the only ding. Okay. Now I gotta get into the plastic. Okay. One more second. Maybe I can prop you on my leg. Nope. You're not doing anything. Again, I hope you're not getting sick from my wiggly wobbly. Yeah. Good enough. Well, hi, Sally. You're having fun. Okay. I need a sharper instrument. Sally, can I borrow your claw? No? Okay. Oh, they feel really nice. Oh, they feel really nice. I love this. Oh, that's so good. Okay, so there's a little ding right there. Bink. Not gonna focus, huh? Bink. Yeah, it wants to show you my sweater in the background. Okay, let me get the rest of this plastic off and then I'll do a more up-close thing. Now, truly, that could be from my scissors. I was trying to be careful, but you know how it goes. Dang it. So I'm not going to blame that on the seller. Okay. Goodness. Let go. Alright, here we are. Lord. Okay, I didn't leave a mark on that one. And this is the last, yikes, package that I got while we were gone. Man. Shrink wrap is really shrinked. Super shrinked. Yeah, I didn't hurt that one. Yeah, okay. So, they were separate, so there's little lines between cards. That's the backs. Do you guys remember Dragon Age Inquisition? I never finished the game, but my daughter loved it, and I did play quite a bit. To be honest with you, the reason why I wanted this deck was just because it is so freaking pretty. That is just not unusual, is it? So many of these things I get because they're just pretty. But I do have the reference of the game, and I do plan on playing it again. I just really want my husband to play with me because I kind of suck at some things. I really like to charge in video games and play like a tank, and that gets me killed quite often, and it's still fun to me. I just like to get killed. I don't know. maybe that's silly. I don't know. I have a really good time, but I don't get very far if I don't have somebody helping me. So a tower. I love that tower. Is that 2 cards or 1? 6, 5. Okay, it's 1. These are matte on both sides. Of course, the gold edging. They're very dark, aren't they? I thought the cups would be, you know, bright and happy, but I do not see bright and happy. Hilarious. Whoa. my understanding about this deck is that when the game came out, there was a limited edition of these deluxe sets. I mean, that's not the right word. They used premier sets. These really, they had everything in them. Don't I already have a Page of Swords? Set him aside. But they had a tarot deck in this premier set. So there's limited numbers of okay, that's this dude. There's limited numbers of these decks. So I think they said there were only 500 printed. That's just a I don't know. I read that somewhere and I may be wrong, but they are pretty hard to find unless they are knockoffs. I tried really hard to make sure mine wasn't a knockoff, but you know, what do you do? Anyway, really, really love this deck. We're going to just believe that it is actually the real deck. Otherwise, somebody took a lot of money from me. But yes, I love this. It's gorgeous. Just gorgeous. And that's the end. And ta-da! The Golden Dream Tarot. The Deleted Worlds. Altar Cloth and the Dragon Age Inquisition Tarot deck. Thanks, guys, for hanging out with me. I'm so excited to have people watching my misadventures and hanging out with me. I'm just so happy that you guys were here. So I will talk to you later, and I'll try to come up with something a little bit more professional next time. Today is just lazy day. Let's just say it's just a lazy day. Okay. Bye, guys. Have a great week. I'll talk to you later.